Oh, here comes Jason, I bet. Turning these AC fans down. Nomad! Did you beat Jason in? Tell the truth now. You could hurt Jason's feelings if you don't say he was first. What up, Jason? Other than Nomad beat you in. What up, Grant? The crew's all here. Triple 13. Right, out of those four, there was somebody that didn't hit the light. And they're all three supposed to be my guys. What's up with that? See? You hurt his feelings, Nomad. Oh, I just finished dinner. I had a couple of, actually what they are is a bratwurst hamburger. They took a cheese bratwurst and made it into a hamburger patty. So I had a little bit of chili left over from lunch, and I made her out of Grandma's garden. Boy, did I tear it up. Oh, it's too late. He done went to his crying room. Don't tell him I stole his little plush animals that were in there. Oh, now he ain't got nobody to cry with in there. Did you see where they was wanting to do those at universities? Literally put in cry rooms at universities. Blew me away. And the woman really thinks that soldiers should go to a cry room and have a real good cry before they go to war. Evening, Big Kev. Nomad took him. I didn't do it. Nomad took him. He's like that, man. You gotta watch him. Them Idaho boys, oh hell. What up, Kurt? Kurt, did you bring a shovel with you? Because it's getting awful deep in here. Hell, Jay's always got his shovel. What you just posted? You missed dinner, though. Good thing. Between Jason, Grant, Nomad, I don't stand a chance, man. They're picking on me. Poor me. Oh, Grant got an earful tonight. Y'all need to tell Grant thank you. I was a grumpy old fart, and I called and chewed on his ear for a while. We both cussed and discussed the industry and the world and everything. So I felt better. Otherwise, y'all would have had a grumpy old fart on the air tonight. No. Hell, if it is, I ain't sure who won on the whining contest, Mayor Grant. He's big ass baby. I don't know what his problem is. Oh. Taco hell. Yeah, I seen you'd mentioned that earlier. My third place, I finally found the spot. I eased in behind this oversize here. But that next place that I was heading to when you and I hung up, hell, it was out of business and a fence around it. So next one I came to, I found, well, I made a parking spot. Oversized did it first, so I slid in here and hung to the left and let him protect me tonight. Oh. Oh, man, that dinner turned out good, Grant, that I was telling you about. Only thing I did different is I took one of Grandma's maters and cut it up, put that chili on it, and microwaved it all. I like a warmed up mater once in a while. Paul's incognito. Don't tell nobody. No. Good looking diesel pickup over there, jacked up just a little bit. It's a work truck. Only thing wrong with it is it's got that damn round emblem on the back that says Ford. Ninja Paul, there you go. Oh. 13 people and 8 likes. Well, Ninja Paul ain't doing very damn good, is he? Oh. Already been shut down for an hour and a quarter. And I ain't setting no alarms in the morning. These are Pall Malls. I smoke Pall Mall. I live through a Pall Mall. This is my breathing apparatus. I think I made a couple of them mad that kept busting my chops about smoking and stuff. Some of them don't get it. These cigarettes saves a lot of lives out here. Would you damn it? They broke your phone? Yeah, you probably need to go in there and clean it now. Yeah, you gotta die from something. Well, you think some of them sort of die from cigarettes or some die from me running over them? Nomad, you ain't right. Oh. Hell, I knew that this morning when he was yelling at me on the through a message. He watched that live stream from last night. He didn't get to watch it last night. He watched it this morning. There you go. Tobacco's tobacco, folks. Nicotine's nicotine. Good evening, Junior. But old Nomad, he's a fisherman like old Goat Bob. Jim Dunn. Nah, don't blame me for that shit. It's your pre-trip. If you had pre-tripped that trailer, you would have found that bad tire. Nothing goes wrong on this road if you do a proper pre-trip. No. I smoke the blue ones. Full flavor. I know they're lights, I guess. Hell, I don't know. The store company knows me real well. It's these. Whatever those are. So how long did it take them to get out there and fix your flat, Jim? Jim's shitting his truck today, folks. That was the first experience for him. Now he has a hole in his seat about yay big. He's on the phone with me and he blew a tire on the trailer and I could hear the suction from his ass sucking that seat up in him. And he commenced using some pretty bad language. Shame on you. Then he figured out he blew a tire. First time you ever have a blowout, it will get you. Well, a lot of times it'll get you, but the first one or two, oh, Katie barred the door. So he was getting all excited and I was laughing, so he hung up on me. I don't understand it. I enjoyed it. I hear you. Oh yeah, you probably heard it wherever you was. I think they heard it over there in North Korea. There you go. Well, you know, we've joked about the pre-trip out here for years. If anything goes wrong with your truck, when you talk to dispatch, well, why didn't you catch that on your pre-trip? So with those that I hang around with, the pre-trip's been a big joke, and nothing can happen if you do a proper pre-trip. Yeah. Now, Jim, what you're learning about is what I call the 370s. Over 70,000 pounds, over 70 miles an hour, and over 70 degrees is a recipe for blowouts. And I know where you was today, and I guarantee you it was over 70 degrees. You was hauling a Walmart load, so we know it was over 70,000 pounds. Your truck, was it run 70, 72? So, there you go. Oh yeah, Kurt, I'm the same way. I know some of them ain't as loud as others. What has always blown my mind, and still does, is how you can be 75, 78,000 gross, and you blow one tire, and it will make that trailer jump. Now that's a hell of an explosion. A couple hours ain't bad. Your typical road service call is 4 hours. It's been my experience. Figure about 4 hours. At the TA, boy, careful. You can get some stuff you don't want there. Jay, you ain't right, dude. I totally agree, though. Should have caught that there in your pre-trip. Oh, man. Some of the leases can get bad. We did, oh, dadgummit, the one with Kenworth. Can't think of their name. But now they was damn good. That was probably on one of my papers over here. Anything and everything, Josh. Right now we're talking about pre-trips. Oh, I'll tell you a good one. Oh, Jim Dunn's had 2 fires in the last 3 days on his trailer. Alright, first one, everything was cool. He took off, got above a certain speed, and his trailer brakes locked up, and he had a fire. They got it all pulled out and all this. He's talking to dispatch, and they asked him, did you pre-trip your brake drums? Now I want one of you truck drivers to explain to me how you pre-trip a brake drum. You look under there, damn, I got a tire and there's a brake drum. You know, you check your brake shoe thickness if you want. Yep, there's a brake drum around it. How in the hell do you pre-trip a brake drum? That was crazy. So he sat around a couple of days while they tried to figure all that issue out. He hooked to another trailer and took off, and damned if it didn't do the same thing. And what they figured out is his truck was generating enough air, the air compressor was working, but it wasn't letting enough air into the trailer to hold the brake pad off. So they gave him a different truck. One of the valves is jacked up on the truck. But now that was an oddball. I've been out here a lot of years, and that particular one I had not heard of before. I understand how it can happen, or it did happen, and all that. But now that was an oddball one. But then again, it is the wannabe cowboy. He can't do stuff like normal people. Yep, that's a fact, Jim. Actually, I know she was saying it in jest. I guarantee you, the company's going to try the video maybe it was a live stream, but I was just talking about my accidents and stuff. I guarantee you, the company will try to pin it on you. That's the whole thing about the preventable and non-preventable accidents and incidents. It's so they can pin it on you. It makes them look better on their insurance if they can say the driver did it. You know, all that brake stuff you was just having, I guarantee you, if you can get into that office and check your record, it's your fault. You should have pre-tripped that brake drums. Well, I did my tires with a hammer, and you can tell literally within a couple pounds if your tires have got the same pressure. I've never got under there and beat on my brake drums and stuff. I don't do it. You know, you're doing good if I get under there to look at the brake shoe, make sure the lining's any good. Just being honest and all. Now, come winter time, if you stay up north, you might want to check them brake drums a little bit more, because I guarantee you they can break. I had when I was hauling boats, we had them specialized trailers, and I had an air tank come off on the trailer. And they tried to blame me until I got it repaired and took pictures and showed them where their rusty junk just fell out. And there was no way I could have, them boat trailers was only a couple inches off the ground. You can't get underneath and check nothing, and the whole bottom of that damn thing had rusted out. That cost them a couple $100 at a Sapp Brothers. That's too damn much information. We don't want to hear that. You're the one been doing that on the side of the road. Shame on you. Thank you, Kev. Tell him. I think he's into the hot toddies tonight. No, actually, we can't park at Walmart because of all the damn trash. Don't get me started on that nonsense. Every damn ramp, every Walmart. And these truck stops have trash cans and dumpsters. A lot of your shippers and receivers, you'll see a dumpster where you can throw your trash away, but oh hell no. Well, if you're going to tell on yourself, that's why I carry a 5-gallon bucket. That's why I got specialized bags back there. I have myself set up for that emergency. People all are, oh, you shouldn't tell that. Why? We're truck drivers. We end up in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes you got to go. Oh. You're in Laredo, Jim. Careful. Yeah, see, that's bribery right there. But I wouldn't worry about that stuff, Nomad. If you ever leave that company, it ain't gonna follow you. Not to speak of. I mean, if they go hollering you had a preventable accident and you don't put one down, that company's going to be asking you why you lied, and that's where you tell them it wasn't an accident. I had to jackknife a trailer to get it into a spot, and I bent their pretty little ferry. And the company's going to be saying, oh, is that all? That's kind of like Prime put me down for abandoning a truck. I drove for Prime for a little while. And we had a big blowout argument on how to get the truck from Georgia to Missouri. And they was going to dictate to me, some pencil neck college kid, going to dictate to me and lay down the law. Guess how well that went over? So after I told them their keys would be in there at the fuel desk, they put it on my DAC for abandoning a truck. So I was talking to a company about going to drive for them, and they asked me about it. I said, Prime, you got a abandoning a truck on your record here. What was that? I said, that was Prime. Me and them having an argument. He said, oh, Prime, never mind. It don't matter. They put bad reports up on everybody. We don't even pay them no mind no more. Well, guess what? Old cornflake that you drive for, it's going to be basically same stuff. Because you won't be the first one, and that's really kind of chicken shit. Oh, come on. Well, give her $20 and tell her go see your dispatcher. Oh man, don't you have the blue flu coming on there, Kev? Now there's a bunch of nonsense that's DAC, they just had some serious court issues here a few years back. With all this Google nonsense, check it out. The companies were literally using DAC as a weapon of revenge against truck drivers. And truck drivers had no means of countering all this trash they was putting on our DAC reports. And it wound up going to court, literally. And that's why DAC isn't called DAC now. There's another name for it. I don't remember what it is. But they do have to send you a free DAC report at least once a year if you ask for it. Or once a year, not at least once, but once a year. And they have to make a means of a way for you to be able to argue any of the trash that's being put on there. Now, the means that they have made, from my understanding, is a bunch of BS jump through all these loops, because DAC ain't nothing but a tool of the big companies. So, I don't worry about DAC anymore. Well, might be one of the dispatcher girls. Hey, son, what's going on, buddy? I would enter my laundry first. And she'd be saying, if I want to do that shit, I wouldn't be working the parking lot. What's up, Brandon? Overall, it's been okay. I got in a bit of a sour mood this afternoon, but between Little Joe and Grant, they got me out of it. Little Joe made up your shirt for you today. Down the rabbit trail and grab a gear. And I agree with Papa Joe. What was the other one, son? You did 4 of them today. So there are some t-shirts up, folks. What was that 4th one? Thought you did 4, and I'm doing this on my phone so I can't look. So anyway, if y'all want some shirts, go for it. Oh, that's right, swear word. I'm thinking of a bad word. See, Joe, somebody been looking. Jason had already looked. I thought he got pretty creative. I mean, you know, y'all got to understand, he has a scientific mind. He's not an art student. No. I thought he got pretty creative on some of the stuff he was putting. He didn't want to just put words back there, and I totally agreed with him. So he got creative, and he came up with some stuff to put on there besides just words. Grab the gear, that's my favorite one. Got a big old hand out there. Little gear shift. That little gear shift reminds me of the cab overs. We had a little bitty short one on top of the doghouse. What up, Stormy? Hey, now be careful what you say. Jim's on here. I don't want to make him too jealous. He'll cry in that new phone. He's just now figuring out how to work it. I haven't been over to his wall or any of that stuff, but I think Storm's just got to learn trucking. I think he had some built-up pre-notions of what trucking is, which a lot of new drivers do, and he's just getting a little dose of reality. And it doesn't really matter what company he's going to be with. He's going to have to just learn trucking, you know? So, I think so, Brandon. Joe, he's asking you if them shirts is on the same link. Jason, where'd you find them at? I haven't been over there to the link yet. Little Joe just sends me stuff in Messenger and asks for my approval or not, suggestions. So that's how I see them. There you go. Well, now, if you go to the shirts, Paul, one thing I did learn, whatever side is showing when you open it up, put your finger on that shirt and drag it one way or the other, and it will show you the reverse side of the shirt. So, which the front is always going to be our little logo there, which I asked him to figure out how to get something up by YouTube channel. So that's why you see our regular logo, and then underneath it, he put in parentheses, it's a YouTube thing, which I like the way he did it. So, what Joe's saying there is if y'all got any sayings that you want on the shirts, let him know and he can create them. That don't mean he'll get done tomorrow, but he'll take notes. And you got the babies this weekend, son, or just tomorrow night? But he does this stuff at his office. He don't do it at the house. So if he can't get it done tomorrow, it'd be next week. Yeah, Grant got the same email, said there was 2 of them, so he assumes they're coming together. Now, Little Joe has it set up for their best t-shirts, which I think he said it was a Hanes, and it's tagless. But I need feedback, or we need feedback from you guys, because we ain't seen the shirts either. Let me know if it's a good quality shirt. Let me know if the print and stuff is all good. Give us some feedback. If you ordered a long one or a 2X or whatever, I want to know how long they are. Little Joe actually talked to a person today, and he was inquiring about the 2X long. That's what him and I both wear, and they said that's their most popular, and they have been known to run out of it. That sucks. So give us some feedback and let us know if this is good quality stuff. Of course, they say it is. We need feedback from y'all to make sure that it is. Well, he just got some up last weekend, so it isn't getting around yet. I've been talking about a little bit. The woman that we had, she never contacted me anymore, and I was talking about going down there and jumping her ass real good, and Little Joe said, Dad, let me go back to our old site, see if I can do something with it. I'm not an artist, but let me see what I can do. So all these t-shirts that are coming up, Little Joe's designing them, and he's learning as he goes. I think they've came quite a way in the few days that he's been doing it. So, and that's why he was asking for requests on t-shirts. Where before we had our little sayings we was doing, he's want to know what you want, and he'll make one up to go with it. He ain't talking to you, honey. He's jealous I'm on here. I knew you would, Brandon. 2XL ITLT. Uh-huh. That's a damn Yankee for you. Well, I wish I was retired. Yeah, it was Jim's hot air. Y'all have heard him get, well, I don't know if you ever not. That boy gets bouncing off the damn walls. You remember old Speedy Gonzalez? That's him. See, even his wife's saying he's full of hot air. There you go, Paul. You tell him. Oh. Now, Brandon, if you're still on here, I hope you are. Yeah, you are. There's going to be some other t-shirts up there. I think those are the ones Joe told me won't get up till tomorrow. They are some shirts for my baby boy that we lost in that motorcycle accident. Y'all are more than welcome to get them if you so desire. Joe has done those up for some of us in the family that is feeling the pain of losing that boy. His anniversary is Saturday. It'll be 6 years since we lost him. I had fell into the depression, which is why this YouTube channel is here today. Little Joe got me started doing this stuff. But just so that y'all know, there are going to be some t-shirts, coffee cup, and a tote bag that really has nothing to do with this channel, and y'all will see it and say, what the hell? Well, that's for my baby boy. And Little Joe did look twice and save a life deal. Like I said, y'all are more than welcome to get them if you so desire. But he made them up for the family. so that if we wanted to do the deal, which I guarantee you, me and Grandma's gonna, I wasn't gonna get a tote bag, but Grandma told me I was. Or, well, I'm getting her one. But we're doing the t-shirts and the coffee cup and all that. I don't know what in the world you would call it. I don't want to call it celebrating his death, because it damn sure wasn't a celebration. I don't know what you would call it. But it's in memory of my boy, of my baby boy and his baby brother. So, it is what it is. And that's where it is what it is. That's where that came from. Was from Nathan, the boy we lost. So, Stormy didn't say no such shit. Little Joe has put up a link, honey. If you'll go to the About page, either on the YouTube channel or on the Facebook, go to the About page and scroll to the very bottom. That's where he's been putting links for stuff. And he was just saying a minute ago he's not sure if the link is working or not. So if somebody would go over there and find out for us, I would appreciate it. He did like 4 shirts today. So there should be at least 4 of my shirts up there on it. Well, that's cool, Brandon. They probably do blame you, son. Y'all read what Little Joe said? No. I appreciate it, Jay. Well, we was too. We was bikers, weekend bikers. Me and Grandma. We lost to the son due to a cage not looking. A pickup turned right in front of him. It wasn't the boy's fault. It ain't like he was out there being stupid on a crotch rocket. Him and his girlfriend on a little 650 doing a back road ride in Georgia, and a pickup not paying attention turned right in front of him. Then right after that, what was it, son? About 4 months after that I lost my dad. Then 2 months after that, I lost my favorite uncle on a motorcycle. And my brother, he had a cage put him into a concrete wall about 3 years earlier. So the wife asked me to sell our bike. So I sold the Harley, and I keep hoping that she'll want to ride again. But I enjoy riding with Grandma back there behind me. It just don't feel right without her. So if she ain't riding, I ain't riding. I know that ain't a real biker, but I never did claim to be a biker. I just rode bikes. So that's where that is. Well, that's true. Little Joe, he's blaming you. So there, ha ha, get him, no man, get him. Little Joe started it. He met me in Victoria, Texas. He was living in Corpus, and he drove up. And we sat in the truck one night. I didn't have a clue about this stuff. Only thing I'd ever done is if somebody had sent me a YouTube video to watch, I'd click on it and watch it. That was about my start of it. And he came up there and met me at the truck stop. And it was a good, 2-hour drive, almost 3-hour drive for him. So we sat here in the truck and visited for hours, and did 2 or 3 videos on, I don't know if it was this phone or not. But, and I told him, And, that's why y'all hear me writing him about any of the work behind the scenes. That's his job. He told me, Dad, if you'll do this, he said, you be the face and I'll be the brains. I'll do all the stuff behind the scenes. All right, son. And he has. I mean, he's got a full plate. But he done it. I give him all the credit. What up, research? That's a fact. No, actually, son, I was not a social butterfly. I would talk to people and all that stuff. I've got the gift of gab to work these receivers and shippers and dispatchers. But no, actually, I'm not a big social person at all. But I got to admit, I've taken to this, especially this live streaming. I enjoy the live streaming where we can do the back and forth. Yeah, I like the dickens out of it. Don't know how much of it I can afford, but you know. Watch it, boy. I have a reputation. You don't realize that I am. Oh, you didn't see me put the Kung Fu Joe on that fly the other night, did you? Uh-huh. Everybody knows I am a rough and tough trucker, biker, Marine, and some other funny names. Oh. I'll rip your head off. I can't say some of the stuff where you say that went with that. Oh. Well, I tell you, as long as the channel helps people with the good Lord and with trucking and with life in general, it's a good thing. To the Space Force, I ain't even sure what the hell that is, buddy. Stormy, help me out here, honey. They're ganging up on me. Tell little Joe to knock it off. Joe, you better be careful. If anything ever happens to Rose, Stormy might be your stepmama. I don't know what we're going to do with Jim. Just tie him out in the backyard, I guess. Tell him, Stormy. Ha! Forget it, dude. As long as she's on here, buddy boy. And you know she gonna stay up to watch your chick magnet. She gonna get some of my shirts. Stormy, you mailed me a couple of them shirts, honey, and I'll sign them for you. You said you wanted them signed. As soon as you get, and the Little Joe's having the lady size, lady shirts put on there. So make sure you go to the lady shirts. So. And you mail them down there to me, contact me. You've got my phone number and stuff. I'll give you my address. Send them down to me and I'll sign them for you. I won't sign Jim, so don't send Jim's. He's going to have to do without. Well, tell her send me one too. Oh. You know what? I might change my religion. I might become one of them that's got 3 or 4 or 5, 12 wives. What the hell am I talking about? Never mind. I can't handle the one I got. What the hell? That's something I've never understood. One woman is a handful. Why in the hell would any man want 6 or 12 wives? He's got some good stuff. He got to be smoking some good stuff now. Something ain't right with him. Gonna get noisy, man. I gotta let some of this smoke out. There's a truck island next door to. Oh, wait a minute. That's my truck. Good night, son. Wow, look, I turned my truck off. It was echoing. Hell, I can't handle that little wild Texas woman I got. No. I tried to tell her what to do, and she just laughs at me. She likes watching that Sister's Wife stuff. Like, why in the world are you watching that guy? He don't want another wife. He can't handle what he's got. Did you get any of your paper wrote on, son? Your thesis thingy? Well, in all reality, when me and this wife met, I told her then, you don't want nothing to do with me. I got a wife that I'm breaking up with, and I got 2 girlfriends. You don't need to deal with me. She thinks she won. Yeah, right, Paul. I can tell she ain't on here. Uh-huh. Go bring her into the conversation. Let's see if that changes. I got to turn the AC on. It's still like 90 degrees down here. All right, that'll get a little bit of air up here. Go ahead and put these windows up just a little bit. Keep some of them critters out. Oh shit, Jim, now you're making stuff up. Well, I can tell you're catching on to one part of the truck driver thing. His lips were moving. Look, people, he couldn't even type that out without his lips moving. Yeah, go to bed, lazy. Be careful tomorrow. Good night, Stormy. Well, everybody leaving, I might as well leave too. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming in. Thanks a lot. Remember, the good Lord loves you. So do I. I enjoy these little chats. Y'all have a fine evening now. Good night. Night, Paul.